Good morning, everybody. Aron today. Um, no hair products today. So I think the lotion that I was putting in my hair is actually making my eye kind of itchy. So that was not good for hair products. It wasn't built for that. I was trying to be creative and it wasn't good. So uh, the mustache is still kind of whack. So oh man, I can't. I'm dreading what it's going to turn like in a few weeks. But unfortunately, because of my low blood and platelet count, I can't do any shaving. I can't even do any flossing because they're scared that if I am if I bleed I have a harder time to stop the bleeding. So I have to be very careful. So no shaving, no flossing teeth, and all that. I'm a little more chipper today. I think it's Tuesday or Wednesday. Oh, it's Wednesday because last night was Tuesday's a Zoom call with the Tacoma Refugee Choir. Um, and maybe it's a combination of that or a combination of the fact that I didn't have to take that the Kool-Aid chemo anymore. So I actually slept pretty good. I woke up feeling, relaxed and chilled. I didn't have much of a hiccup attack anymore, thank goodness. Felt a little bit of a nausea, maybe like just a little bit queasiness in my stomach, but not enough to keep me down. So I actually was ready. Oh, where'd my mask go? I forgot. Oh, hopefully that's not an effect of that, huh? Just losing my quick memory. But you can see here I'm actually prepping up with my buddy Fred. Fred, turn around so everybody can see you. Show your pretty face. Yeah, hi everybody. I don't know if that's actually Fred doesn't sound very masculine in my brain, so gotta change up his voice. But we are gonna go for a walk. As you can see, I got my gear ready. There's my shoes. So I didn't get to do my two walks yesterday because my count was really low yesterday. So I only got my one walk in. So I'm gonna try to see if I can do three walks today, make up for yesterday's lack of walks. So I'll do my morning. Right now it is at 9:15 in the morning. So I'll do my morning walk. I'll do a lunchtime walk, and I'll try to do an evening walk to make up. So that is the commitment I'm making to myself to put in what I can to help contribute to the healing process, along with the medical team and their expertise and their resources. I just before I go for my walk around the hospital, I do want to thank the community and just far and wide. It was overwhelming. I actually teared up. I gotta say it was. I know that I've seen a lot of text messages, phone calls, and messenger, Facebook. The support on Facebook is just it's a lot. It's like I said, I can't believe that I've garnered so much support. I love all the people out there, but to see a tangent amount of support like that was just overwhelming. So thank you all so much. I can't express how much it means to me and how motivating it is for me and my family, especially my wife and daughter who is affected quite a bit. And I apologize to my daughter because I didn't keep her in the dark, but I didn't fill in how serious it was until she started seeing all these posts on, she's, we had a good conversation. She just felt that she was a little bit behind a little bit on the news. But, at the time I was trying to protect her. I didn't want her to have anxiety attacks because I knew that was an issue for her. So I just kind of give her kind of like the positive, the positive side of it in that the medical team is just trying to make me better so it's not worse, that it doesn't get to the leukemia or cancer status. So and it's the truth. That's exactly what they're doing. They're taking all the steps so that it doesn't get worse. But in terms of the actual diagnosis and all the details, I didn't want to inundate her with all those details and stress her out. And it's the same with my mom as well. So because my mom is also a worrier, and I didn't want her to not sleep because of me. So, but with all the community support, the family support, the extended family and friends far and wide, and so it's helped me, and I think it's helped my family immediately, to see the amount of support I'm getting as well. So I want to thank you all for that. So thank you for your support. All concerned that ban controlខ្ញុំហើយនឹងគ្រួសារខ្ញុំអរគុណមែនតើ so anyways, I shouldn't be talking so emotionally right before my walk. I'm gonna be tearing up while I'm walking around the hospital. So, but I will step out of the room in just a little bit. Oh, I did want to kind of share you guys one scare though. Here, let me take this off. I'll take off my robe a little bit. Yeah. So I took, the PICC line is one of those important things that they did. So what this is I want to share this with. This is my new and improved kind of like a bandage for the PICC line. So as you can see, the PICC line has that purple thing that's right into my arm. So that's directly into my vein. And then there's a catheter that travels along all the way to my chest, right above my heart. So basically, it's like a direct catheter from my biceps to my heart. It was a lot messy. I shouldn't say messier. The nurse that installed it at first took a lot of precautions. She wrapped it up real good because it was the initial setup. So she wanted to make sure there's no blood and infection and all that. So it was a big patch. The challenge with the big patch is when I needed to take a shower, they needed a bigger wrap, and it just didn't quite wrap around pretty good. And the wrap that they use is like heavy duty plastic. It's like a big gigantic, like a sheet of saran wrap, thick saran wrap. But when the nurse had installed it, he wrapped it and he wrapped two of them. So then I couldn't move my arm. I mean, he literally wrapped around like this, and then he put another one on the other side. So it was literally, and it wrapped around my elbow, so I couldn't really bend my arm. So I literally was forced to do a one-handed shower with my left hand, and I'm predominantly right. Oh, the hiccup's coming back. And so I did my best to do the shower. I had to take Fred with me, of course, and leave Fred outside. I don't want him to see me naked while I'm taking a shower. I'm still a humble guy. So Fred stayed out of the shower curtain there, but obviously the IV was staying attached to my PICC line. And when I got out, because I was trying to reach, I couldn't bend my arm. It was a rough one. So when I got out, sure enough, there was like the bandage was loose, and my tube, my little catheter tube, one of them was hanging loose, so that was exposed. So I'm like, oh man, I hope it didn't hit water. As I was freaking out, I called the nurse and me. I was like, hey, the bandage wasn't secure. It actually opened up, and I'm worried that there's water that went into the catheter line, that didn't have the cap. Is that going to be affected? He goes, no, I'll tell your nurse. And then so the nurse came in and she called the IV team to replace the bandage, because we felt around after he took out the bandage, the wrap actually had some moisture in it. So you do not want your PICC line wrap to have moisture, because that invites bacteria and all that stuff. And I could easily get sick or worse, right? Because literally right in my skin, right into my bicep, close to my heart. So that was a scare last night that we did. But the IV team, one of the nurses from the IV team, he came in and replaced it, and he gave me a brand new improved one. So it looks good. Actually, I told him, I was like, oh man, I feel like I got a Corvette for a PICC line Corvette. So instead of the old Impala that I had before. So we kind of joked about that, and then we started talking about cars and all that. So that is the one thing that it always reminds me back to making the best of this situation. That was a scare, but with that scare, if you share your concerns with the nurse, they will do whatever it takes to reassure you and make sure that you're well taken care of. And then just even with that, but despite the scare, it was at times like, man, I think that nurse should have known better to wrap it. But at the same time, you know what? He did his best with this situation because he had to work around it too. So, like I said, I always have to fight my human nature to blame, to feel sorry, because of the situation I don't prefer to be in. But what I did was, just, hey, it looked like we got repaired. Thank you so much for doing that. And, I had a good conversation with the nurse after that. I had a good conversation with the guy with my IV team. And we're, like I said, came from fixing it up. He were conversating, replacing my whole, cleaning my PICC line area, everything like that, explain what he's doing. and we had a good conversation about cars and all that kind of stuff. So I guess it's kind of a reminder again, that despite the suckiness of this situation, enjoying the company of the people that you run into, and giving it your best attitude if you can, or just a little bit of positive attitude, um, will more than likely be reciprocated. Right? I really believe in that. So I know, and there'll be days where there's people that will not reciprocate because they're probably going through something even heavier than we have, right? So I'm always mindful of that. So just put good in to get good out, right? But other than that, I'm doing okay. The fourth day of chemo, I've got strength. I've got motivation from all the people and the love from the people. Um, so far, so good. I'm hoping that'll continue. Like I said, yesterday was kind of the worst day of it because I was just low energy. It might have been from the platelet and low blood count because they had to give me transfusion for both blood and platelet yesterday. So I was really low energy, too much fluids, too much chemo, too much medication. They put a lot. Yesterday was a high maintenance day, so I was pretty exhausted. Even when I was doing my Zoom meeting with the Tacoma Refugee Choir, there was a few times where I felt like it was something come up, so I had to kind of look this a little bit during the meeting, but I couldn't get off it because just the people on the Zoom call was just too lovely to me. So um, and again, and then all the people on Facebook. If I haven't gotten to you, I just want to say thank you so much for thinking me. Thank you so much for your prayers. Thank you so much for your support and sharing my story. I'll do my best. I know that's not too interesting, but it helps me kind of keep my sanity, I guess, because I just like to talk. If I don't talk, I'm gonna burst, right? So you all know if I don't talk, I'm gonna self combust. So and then maybe I'll throw in a joke or two. I'll try to think of some new jokes for you guys. Okay, all right, everybody. I hope you are having a wonderful Wednesday. And you are getting ready for your big Thanksgiving dinner. So please be safe. Please take. I know just like me, I desperately want to be with my family. I know you do too. But please take the necessary measures to be safe this Thanksgiving. If you're able to distance yourself purposely, please do. Just find alternative ways to connect with each other, just so that we can get past this COVID stuff, so that I can get visitors here at the hospital. So yeah, and then you can get more regular visits again at home and in your daily lives. So we'll get through it together. So thank you so much. You all have a wonderful day. Okay, sucks bye. I'll